aren't we, Dino?
Of course, I never pronounce any names incorrect. So, if there's someone, a certain person knows who I'm talking about. They're all good. We're going to see a couple of teams loading in. We've got a lot in the chat about seeing time. A man, Reg is 7. I'm ready for feed Veep. Feed VP, anyway.
VP? EVP, I see, playing Reinhardt on the side of Team Pride. But ladies and gents, we are underway. 20 seconds until the point becomes active. The man himself, EVP, on that Reinhardt on the front line, doing a good job so far. Looks like I've got another Doomfist coming out, and Rain Monitors gets absolutely deleted. Mid-rocket punch almost, and it looks like Complex Collaborations are well in control of this game right from the get-go. They managed to get 2 frags as well as the D-Mech in there as well. They've managed to separate the Reinhardt from EVP, and now they're taking them to the jugular, all up in their opponent's choke point. Complex Collaborations forcing Pride all the way back. Foxley now in a good position, but this is way too deep here for Complex Collaborations. If they're not careful, this could really bite them. But for now, they managed to get those cheeky kills. Now they decide to pull back. Dino, what do you make of that?
Well, if you had a look there, both teams getting to the point at the same time, getting to the area in the front of the point at the same time. The Complex Collaborations making their way onto the point, getting that ground and getting set so they can all dive the same target at once, and Cripple doing an amazing amount of work. Will stay out the ult, does pick up the Zarya. So Complex Collaborations already getting 1 pick, and EVP might be dropping as well. Does drop, a grab coming out, ult's coming up for Complex Collaborations. And Team Pride is going to have to reset here. You can see an amazing performance coming out. Doomfist trying to do as much as he can, but Colin Ninja doing as much work as he can. Doomfist trying to get out of there, might be in a bit of trouble here, will probably fall and does. So getting staggered, they have to wait another 10 seconds for him to be back up and ready to go.
That's crucial. I mean, if there's one thing you didn't want to do there, it was die. And he almost got away, but in the end, it was just Complex Collaborations. I believe it was Spaceman Dan on the Winston securing the kill. And have a look at the ults that are in the bank there. You've got 4 out of the 6 for Complex Collaborations, only 2 on the side of Team Pride. And they just really don't have any breathing room here at the moment. Have a look at the positioning here. You've got Colin Ninja on the Brigitte, just listening for everybody coming through. Now, speaking of Brigitte, there is that rally being utilized. The shatter goes down, but Spaceman Dan was waiting to throw down the bubble, and EVP gets absolutely destroyed as he comes through the choke point. Cripple gets taken down. We've got a Mei in play now from Foxley. That's a huge Graviton Surge going in. Well-timed Transcendence though, and I think Pride knew that. They didn't commit anything else over the top of that. Not that they had anything to play with. I mean, AX, there was no follow-up at all. The damage is just lacking something shocking on the side of Team Pride here at the moment. Having a look at their lineup, it's a bit all over the place here, Dino, with 99% on the point now. Complex Collaborations looking strong, and that was dominating on the first point here on Lijiang.
Yeah, there was a couple of swaps coming out from Team Pride, but not finding their footing, not getting the opportunities that they needed to. Having to swap early makes you obviously lose all that ult charge. Having, maybe not even pulling it off. It's just amazing. Spaceman Dan, probably the MVP of that round, blocked a crucial shatter which would have hit maybe 4 people. Also blocking, also getting in the face of the support. Salt and Vinegar really having a tough time trying to get some heals out. Complex Collaborations taking the first one. I'm going to see a quick pause.
We've got a pause. We've got a call for a pause. Admins. Oh no, never mind. No. What are they making up their minds here? PPP, never mind, don't worry. Thanks, players.
They're all good. Okay, we're going to be coming back in here.
Oh, you gotta love it. All right, we're back underway. Ladies and gentlemen, round number 1 going over comfortably, extremely comfortably to Complex Collaborations. Let's see if Pride can just shake off those cobwebs and come out with something massive here. It looks like they've managed to get themselves into a decent position, but they're going very aggressive here. Mei now coming into play yet again. They get the D-Mech here on the Cripple, so without the Mech Diva is, well, not really effective, but once again, Complex Collaborations just taking advantage of Pride's pride in the end there. And, well, they were overextended. They get sent packing all the way back to the bench. Complex Collaborations, they'll flip that point. And Garden on Lijiang is one of those maps which can turn south very, very quickly, especially once you're in this position.
Yeah, we can see Team Pride wanting to get around the back of the point there and push into Complex Collaboration. But Spaceman down once again. He just damage output was ridiculous. The amount of healing that came out. There's discords flying left, right, and center. You can see Crippled looking to maybe get a bit annoying and harassing. We're going to see around the back of the near the health room side. Complex Collaboration is going to try and push in. They dive in. There's going to be a Winston barrier down, and Sultan Vinegar will be dropping very low. Does manage to pick himself up, and both teams are looking very low. Team Pride does lose one. EVP gonna drop. Does drop. Not enough damage coming out from Team Pride, and they will lose everyone in the end. Complex Collaboration, they are playing a perfect team game at the moment, really getting on top of Team Pride here, and they've also got 4 ults readily available.
It's an absolute slaughterhouse in that back little room, and I don't want to be in Team Pride's shoes at the moment. They need something, and they need something fast. They need to pray to various deities and hope that one of them answers their prayers, because Complex Collaboration are just too good here at the moment. The sheer skill of these guys. Look, they're chasing them around the map. They're not falling back to defend the point. They are giving chase the exact same route that Pride went. They take down Fresh Eggs without the Lucio. Now without your second support, Moira, you're going to struggle. In goes the self-destruct, doesn't collect. EVP gets the kill. Foxley now getting taken down. This is good all of a sudden from Pride, but in come Complex Collaborations again. Crippled on this Diva is causing them all kinds of problems. IX just slipping there. Let's just say that. Goes for a swim in the koi pond. Ran in motors now. Comes back into the point. Is popped down into baby form. The mech has been taken out of the equation. Nathan plays and the rest of Complex Collaborations here, making absolute mincemeat here of Team Pride. We're into overtime, but they are no team identity. And Lee Jiang Tower goes very quickly over to Complex Collaborations.
You can see Complex Collaborations working as a team there. Their targeting on certain targets was just perfect. They're calling, obviously comms are up with them at the moment, and Team Pride needing to lift, looking hopefully to just refresh their brains and come back in a second here. Look at this player of the game, Winston, Spaceman Dan, really stepping up to the plate, really getting in the support's face, and along with Cripple, just dealing a lot of damage on that Diva. Team Pride needing to find their footing.
Yeah, they need to find a lot more than footing, Dino. They need to find some cohesion, they need to find some damage, and they need to find a team composition that actually works as a unit. That comp was all over the place. I do not agree with the Mei that came out there when you had no DPS. They tried to run a triple, I think it was triple tank in the end, that just with the Mei. They didn't have neither the heals nor the damage to be able to support that composition, and in the end, Li Jiang goes over quite comfortably in favor of Complex Collaborations. I don't want to say that there's a mad skill disparity here. It's all textbook stuff that can be addressed. Maybe Complex Collaboration just might be a little bit quicker on the flick. Maybe their aim is a little bit better, but Pride's gameplay can be polished up. There's so much more work there. I think this team, we haven't seen them spread their wings yet, so expect big things from them coming into game number 2 here. And I'm just going to pull up the map quickly. It is going to be Watch Point Gibraltar for game number 2. Remember, all games best of 3 tonight. Map following this one will be Numbani, but Dino, Complex Collaborations trying to make a statement in this tournament so far.
Yeah, they're coming in with definitely the right attitude, definitely with the right momentum. I think, yeah, as you said, there wasn't much skill disparity. There was definitely a composition error from Team Pride there. They could have swapped out. They needed more damage instead of more sustained. They were just getting out sustained and out damage at the same time. They had a lot of heals out from both a Lucio and a Moira. So their healing wasn't an issue. They just couldn't finish off. There was so many times the Complex Collaborations had 2 or 3 targets getting to the absolute minimum amount of health, like almost, you know, like a hair width. Of a hair width of health, and they're just not able to finish them off. So they do really, really need to maybe pick up another damaging, another DPS, figure out, you know, something along the lines of a hit scan on, you know, like a Soldier 76, a McCree, something along those lines.
Yeah, switch that Mei up. It wasn't working. I see what they were trying to go for here. But that strategy only really works when you're in control of the point. They were trying to get the wall off into the choke points and buy themselves a lot of time, you know, to charge their ults, maybe catch someone off. But when you are in such a defensive position like they were back in spawn at one stage there. There was absolutely no breathing room in the slightest. That's when you need to be able to get your team into a position in order for you to utilize your desired strategy, and maybe switching is a part of that. But let's see if Pride can learn that coming into the next game. It is going to be a different style of map. We are going on to your standard escort map, Gibraltar. Maybe this is their game. Maybe this is their home turf. Maybe King of the Hill, maybe Hybrid, even Assault just might not be their cup of tea. We might even see a brand new Pride coming out here on Watchpoint Gibraltar. But one can only hope. I mean, given the game number 1 that we had between UA Fusions and Team Identity, this one, it's very yin and yang here, but Pride, don't discount them just yet.
Yeah, there's still a lot of time to come back, still a lot of time to find their footing. And we can definitely hope some good games. We've seen just from that first round there, good gameplay from Complex Collaboration. Team Pride really brings it to them this time, looking for that escort map, looking for that win. They're under a bit of pressure now, because if they do not win this map, they might be they might lose, and that would end a 2-0 for that one. But we'll have to have a look, and we'll see a quick swap.
Yep.
Onto the different sides and teams. They're going to be starting very, very soon. There's a ready coming out as they swap over to whatever side they want to go. We're just going to be entering into the game now. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the second game of the best of 3 Watchpoint Gibraltar for teams Complex Collaboration versus Team Pride. So get excited. Escort. It's going to be good.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us know in the chat who you think is going to take this one out. Will it be Pride? Will they redeem themselves? Have they sort of woken up from the shellacking that they completely copped there on Li Jiang Tao, or our Complex Collaboration is just going to continue this dominating streak? Let us know what you think. And my man Dino, the man sitting to my left, your right of screen, will be able to get those up into the chat. It looks like they've done it again. They've called for a pause and then said never mind. And we'll just let that one go through to the keeper. He says, yeah, I swear. Me too, crippled. I'm right with you, man. But it looks like Complex Collaborations, they're going to be on defense first. EVP opting to attack on the side of Team Pride. So they've managed to switch them over. So once again, this time on Team Blue is Complex Collaborations. You've got Crubble, Nathan Plays, Crippled, Spaceman Dan, Yami AFK, and Colin Ninja.
Yeah, and on the team of... Sorry, Team Pride, we've got Hanzo being played by Sultan Vinnick, Adiva being played by AX, Fresh Eggs is on that Zenyatta, the other support, Foxley on that Mercy, the DPS, Rain Monitors picking up that Genji, and EVP, or from the chat, what I believe was Feed VP, is on that Winston. We're going to see getting into the high ground, trying to hold that high ground, as in the first point of Gibraltar, having the high ground, being able to rain down. There is so much high ground on this point, and we can see both teams being scattered among each other. No one really getting low apart from Crubble, but he will come back up on the Zenyatta, and Foxley and AX on the Diva and the Mercy will fall. And Team Pride didn't even find their footing, but they do pick up 2 kills as well. A bit of a momentum on the cart.
Yami did an okay job there. He had 4 players that were all up in his grill. Rain Mode is actually on the Genji here, so good to see a bit of Genji action. Actually, no, it's not. I hate Genji. Get out of my game. What are you doing? We've got him out here. Unfortunately, couldn't find the marks that he was hoping for at the close range onto Yami AFK on the Zarya. Regardless, with 46% on that Dragon Blade, he'll be looking to make something happen and pop off like fireworks on the 4th of July relatively soon. But now Salt and Vinegar gets destroyed up in the air there by Crippled and Spaceman Dan, respectively. Now the Red Mercy, it's Foxley, manages to go extremely deep. Have a look at the card here, Dino. Rain in Motors with the sneaky backdoor place here. Yes, the frags are going the way of Complex Collaborations, but Pride have got the cheeky distance on the card here.
Almost brought it all the way up to the point. It is a little bit of a C9 there, and yes, they lose the fight. Yeah, as you said, frags are cool and all, but objective wins the game, ladies and gentlemen. Play the objective.
So these 2 teams up on the high ground again. They're going to start juking it out. Winston throws down the both Winstons actually throw down their bubbles. And now Spaceman Dan, sorry, it's actually EVP is the one to get taken down first, so Colin Ninja joins him, so they traded up, one tank for one heal, still anybody's game. Random Monitors finally gets the Dragon Blade up, still hasn't been used yet, now gives chase around through the server rooms, and Yada is there as well. That's Crubble, who manages actually to catch Rain Motors with a Discord Orb. Where's the damage though? There's no follow-up. Winston trying his best to take him down. Finally, the Genji gets taken away. It's up to Foxy now on the Mercy to keep him alive. Revive is not on the cards here because Complex Collaborations are basically camping the corpse of Genji. Now EVP getting absolutely no heals, and the communication from Pride is just falling off like wheels on a rickety wagon. They are just dripping in left, right and center. No real gel to their play at all, and with 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the clock, Complex Collaborations here on defense are just looking way too strong for their opponents.
Yeah, Team Pride really getting staggered there too. They lost 2 and still decided to try and fight. They are going to be going into 5 ults from Complex Collaborations with their only 2, so make that 3 with Salt and Vinegar getting the ult in just a moment. But they got to make sure that they're actually communicating. Got to make sure they're getting in together. Complex Collaboration looking like a unit right now. You can see the rally coming out does get knocked off, but they all jump in, get that armor. It's going to be a hard push. There's a Zenyatta ult pushed in as an aggressive form of going in, but they're not going to have any damage to follow up, and they're going to most likely lose the fight here. EVP doesn't find anyone with a charge. Salt and Vinegar not finding anyone with the ult either, and Complex Collaborations not even taking a dint of damage on their armor. Ults coming out, no communication from Team Pride. Needed to combo some of those ults as much as they could. Unfortunately, they couldn't. And we will most likely see a hold here from Complex Collaborations, really putting it to the teeth of Team Pride.
Yep, IX now the only one left alive here for Team Pride, and is not going to be able to get anywhere near the cart because a self-destruct and just a big fat Winston are going to deny them. But what that did do is allow Pride a little bit of time to allow Rain Monitors to come back, along with the support of Fresh Eggs. But those 2 slippery heroes get deleted, and now Salt and Vinegar gets removed as well. So Complex Collaborations looking extremely strong here on Watchpoint Gibraltar, even though Rain Monitors managed to get a little bit more distance there on the board for Pride. The cart did come back a little bit, only 78 meters, and should Complex Collaborations basically get one good team fight under their belt here, they'll walk away with another comprehensive victory. We saw what happened on Li Jiang rather, and history seems to be repeating itself here on Gibraltar. But not repeating itself, Dino, considering game number 1. Wow, that was an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, definitely seeing a bit of a, what we could call a stomp here. D.Va really on, I believe it's crippled, really putting the burners on, literally, and putting the burners on literally, and really getting the damage out. They've got all the team support behind them. They're really pushing as a team. Complex Collaborations really showing their worth here. Could definitely be contended for the lower part of the Swiss bracket, 3rd round.
Well, there might be an extended break if this game goes quickly, because we saw what happened in round number 1. Apparently, our game, the one that was on stream, wasn't the only one that went down to the wire. There was a couple others as well. We had to wait for the results to flow in. So this round, unfortunately, not living up to the hype, but the beauty of that all is, Dino, is that there is so much more Overwatch to come. It is a Swiss-style format, which means all games are best of 3 until the grand final, which is a best of 5. So if you're hungry for some Overwatch, just stay tuned, because you'll be able to sink your teeth into this delicious steak that is the Unreal Aussies Summer Invitational. As we get underway, 4 minutes on the clock here for Complex Collaborations to make something happen. The Orisa has been pulled out from Team Pride, and they take up defensive positions on the high ground. AX on the Roadhog. We haven't seen our boy Roadhog much tonight. Regardless, Let's see if they can make something happen here. Salt and Vinegar. Oh, there it is. The hook actually manages to collect Colin Ninja, who's now separated from his team. Gets the support of the healing orb from Zenyatta. Now Spaceman Dan on the Winston comes in, utilizes that shield boost. Unfortunately, doesn't have the support coming in to help him secure the kill. Gets a knockback here in Complex Collaborations. Again, doing what we saw in game number 1, and that is just bully the opponent back over their own line. And with 3 minutes on the clock, Complex Collaborations are just looking extremely strong here. Spaceman Dan just chunking down that Orisa shield, now goes in for the drop, and IX needs to be careful on that Roadhog, taking a lot of damage, as does EVP. Spaceman Dan secures the kill there. Nathan plays, trying to get the boop off, hunting for Foxley. IX gets the hook, but unfortunately, there's no damage coming out there. Foxley gets the revive off, brings back EVP. Can he make something happen, or is the revive going to be for Vayne? It is in vain, and Complex Collaborations just flexing here over Pride. And I tell you what, if that game is anything to go by, I expect big things from these guys in the later stages of the tournament.
Yeah, that was a massive performance from Complex. That was colossal. They came in, they really are flexing. They've definitely been to the gym. You know, they have come prepared and ready. Team Pride still performing to the best of their abilities, just not finding their composition. Still getting picks, just not being able to get the extra third or fourth pick in the team fights, just as Collaboration is able to. So good performances from both teams, massive performance from Complex Collaborations. Really should be proud of themselves. Even though they did lose in the first round to UA Skunkworks, they should be really excited to win the lower section of the Swiss bracket.
So it looks like that's going to be game, ladies and gentlemen, for Complex Collaboration.